Good afternoon, students. Myself, Professor Priyanka Rathod from Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Pharmacy, Bhopal, and Sage Group. Would like to welcome you all. And today we will discuss the topic that is the Administration of Drug and Cosmetic Act. As in the previous topic, we have discussed about the objectives of Drug and Cosmetic Act. Now we move on to the administration of DMC Act. So, beginning with this topic, I would like to tell you that administration of this Drug and Cosmetic Act and rules, they are divided into three portions. First one is the advisory, second one is analytical, third one is executive. In advisory board, two things is main. First is Drug Technical Advisory Board, that is DTAB, and Drug Consultative Committee, DCC. Both are the advisory governing bodies, and they work under the central government, and they give advice to the central government about the amendment of new things in this Drug and Cosmetic Act. And if something is not went right, or some illegal contraventions were running on for this Drug and Cosmetic Act, then they will also give the advices and take the all the authorities regarding the illegal procedures carrying out in Drug and Cosmetic Act. Second one is analytical. Analytical, under the analytical comes the central drug laboratories, drug control laboratories in state, and government analyst. The work of these three lab is to analyze and test all the samples obtained from the import during the inspection of a manufacturing unit, or in labeling and packaging during the selling of the drugs. So whatever the sample of the whatever the samples of drug and cosmetic, they are generally analyzed and tested in these labs. Government analysts look after all the testing and analyzing of the drugs. Third one is executive. Executive generally divided into licensing authorities, controlling authorities, and drug inspector. Licensing authority look after all the licenses, whether the drug is imported and or manufactured, but the owner should have the license or authorities regarding that. Controlling authority to look after all the valuable things, all the necessary important things required for the license, and also to look after the renewal of the license. Drug inspector, their main power, role, and important authority is that they can enter any premises which is carrying out the manufacture of drug, or labeling and packaging, selling of the drug, and just to inspect all these sectors. The next is, now in detail we will discuss the Drug Technical Advisory Board. So Drug Technical Advisory Board is divided into 18 members. First category is ex officio member. Under this come the Director General of Health Service, Drug Controller of India, Director of the Central Drug Laboratory, Calcutta, Director of the Central Research Institute, Kasoli, Director of Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Izatnagar, President of Medical Council of India, President of the Pharmacy Council of India, and Director of Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow. So all the directors of these renowned places, renowned labs, and they are the ex officio members of DTAP. Now moving to next. Now the nominated members. In DTAB there are five nominated members. 2% by the central government, 1% by the central government from the pharmaceutical industry, and 2% from the government analyst under this act. Now, now the elected members. Five members are there from which are elected members. One person to be elected by the Executive Committee of the Pharmacy Council of India, one person elected by the Executive Committee of Medical Council of India, one pharmacologist, by the governing body of Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR. One person to be elected by the Central Council of the Indian Medical Association, and one person to be elected by Council of the IPA, Indian Pharmaceutical Association. So these are the list of members which come under DTAB. Now, their main functions. Their main function is to advise the central government and state government on all the technical matters which are related to Drug and Cosmetic Act, and to carry out all other functions assigned or which come under this act. Then Drug Consultative Committee. This is another advisory board constituted by central government, and it generally have three members, two representative of central government and one representative of each state government. Means from all the states, they are having one representative in Drug Consultative Committee. Their main function is to advise the central government, state government, and DTAB on all the other matters which are tending to secure uniformity throughout the India in the administration of this act. Means to look after all the contraventions going on this act. Drug Consultative Committee also meet when required and has the power to regulate its own procedure. Then comes the Central Drug Laboratory. So now we move to the analytical portion. So first one is Central Drug Laboratory. It is established in Calcutta under the control of director appointed by the central government, and now it's in Kolkata. So function is to analyze or test the sample, cosmetic sent by the custom collector or court, and analytical quality control testing of the imported samples, to collect, store, and distribute of internal standards, to preparation of reference standard and their maintenance of microbial cultures, all the other duties entrusted by the central government, and also acting as an appellate authority in the matter of disputes. Now, moving to the next, that is Drug Control Laboratory in state. So, in Gujarat, three laboratories are established, and which collect, analyze, and report the various sample of the drugs and food. First one is in Baroda, and second one is in Bhuj, another is in Rajkot. And laboratory has following divisions like chemistry division, immunology, ecology, cognosy division, food division, and Ayurvedic division. Their main function is also that to test the sample, to analyze the food sample or any excise sample. Excise sample means if there is a sample which is having an excise duty to test their to confirm their legal specification, it is the duty of these lab to carry out all the test and analysis. Then moving next, that is government analyst. These officers are appointed by the central or state government, and they perform the following duties. And their main qualification is the person should have qualified as a government or government analysis for allopathic drugs, and they should hold a degree in medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani system, and have at least 3-year graduate experience in the analysis of drug in a lab under the control of the government analyst. So the required qualification is the person should have the graduation in medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and have at least 3 years of experience. Then these are the duties of government analyst. They can analyze, test a sample of drug and cosmetic as may be sent to them by the inspector, drug inspector. And the government analysis, from time to time they forward report to the government, giving the result of the analytical work and research with a view of their publication. Now next is the licensing authority. So now we move to the executive part. The licensing authority, the person is liable or eligible for the to become as a licensing authority person if he is graduate in pharmacy or in pharmaceutical chemistry or in medicine with a specialization in pharmacology or microbiology from a renowned university, and should have experience in the manufacture or testing of drug for a period of around 5 years. So these are the qualifications for becoming a licensing authority. Their main duties are to inspect all the establishment, license, sale of the drug within the area, and to satisfy themselves with the conditions of license, to procure and send the test or analysis, and to investigate any complaint or any dispute issues. To maintain the record of all the inspections is also their duties, and to make such inquiry inspection as may be necessary to detect the sale of the drug in contravention of that. Now next is the controlling authority. So controlling authority, their qualification is just like as compared to the just like same as the licensing authority. The person should be graduate in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry, or in medicine with a specialization in pharmacology or microbiology from a renowned university, and should also have a minimum period of 5-year experience in the manufacture or testing of drugs. Now the main part, that is the drug inspector. Mostly many questions appear. Many questions come from this topic, that is drug inspector. Their main qualification is for appointment as a government or government analysis, and having a degree in Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani system, not less than 3-year postgraduate experience in the analysis of drug or in the lab under the control of government analyst or chemical examiner. Their main duties are to inspect, take a sample of any drug cosmetic, to inspection, to go through the inspection of any premises or where the drug is being sold, stocked, exhibited or manufactured. Take sample of any drug and cosmetic which is being manufactured or being sold or stocked or exhibited, and conveying the delivering or preparing to deliver such a drug or cosmetic to a purchaser. So they can check any consignment. So this is in short all about the administration of the Drug and Cosmetic Act. I hope you have learned a lot from these slides and from these small things. So thank you. Thank you so much. And we will discuss tomorrow the topic which is related to the import of the drug and cosmetic. Thank you.